Gear Seekers, I'm Nick. You may remember this PC. Come for a walk with me. I'm sure a couple 100,000 people have seen this one. This is one of the most viewed PCs from the most viewed videos that we've got on the entire channel. Now what we're gonna do is we wanna downsize our gaming and streaming setup PC. So we're gonna pull it apart. Yes, it still actually exists. Can you believe it? It's one of the longest surviving PCs that we've ever had on the channel. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna tear this apart. A build video for a new PC will come later, but we're gonna do this video with a little bit of a twist, right? We're gonna go back to the old school and do kind of like an Ask Nick video where I'm gonna answer some of your questions about life in general, PCs, all that stuff. We're tearing apart the old girl. Are you ready, Claire?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. All right, ladies and gents, let's do it. I'm gonna do the most unspoken, terrible thing in the world that's gonna blow up the entire world. Turn off the computer by turning off the power supply. Oh no, it's broken. Look at that. Let's discharge all of the things. That's such a disgusting word, isn't it? I need to discharge all the power. Righto. Get the side panel off and let's get the first question loaded up from Internet's Finest. Why did I hit refresh? Because I'm an idiot. Okay, Internet's Finest asks, what are some hobbies of yours besides YouTube and tech? Okay, well, this is an interesting question for me to answer because YouTube's not a hobby. YouTube is our job. Other hobbies other than YouTube, I guess, even though YouTube is a job, well, it's our full-time job, skateboarding. That's basically all I do other than this and playing games every now and again, but mainly skateboarding. It's been a little bit less over the last few weeks. I hurt myself about 3 weeks ago. If you're a YouTube member, Patreon or Floatplane, you would have seen I do like skateboarding videos usually every week when I'm not injured. And I hurt myself pretty bad and you would have seen it in that video. But yeah, that's what I do, is basically just skateboarding. There's actually a lot of skateboarding questions here as well, which I'm gonna go through and answer. But first of all, we need to pull out the GPU. The old trick, 1 screw, 2 screw, GPU. Alrighty, sweet as. Let's get on to the next question. You'll have to excuse my pronunciation on some of these names because I'm just gonna like read them as I'm rushing through this teardown. Braulio Pereira asks, how much plastic you eat on a weekly basis? How much do I eat on a weekly basis, Claire?
0.
0, because I don't usually eat the plastic. I just spit it out, right? That'd be pretty gross if I was sitting around eating plastic all the time. I mean, to be honest, if it was properly edible, I'd give it a red hot crack. I wouldn't mind, I don't care. All right, next question as we pull the backside off and take a look at this probably horrible cable management because I didn't think it was gonna live for this long. It's really, really good. That was the biggest lie out. The next question is from No, I Will Not. Would you consider filming a drag race between you and the Yes Man since you both have sweet rides? There's a big problem with that actually. Brian lives in Queensland, we live in New South Wales, and I don't know what that is in miles or whatever unit of measurement you use in your country, but it's over 1,000 kilometers away, which is pretty far. So I don't know, when everything chills out and the restrictions ease, maybe, because Brian's going to be coming down and visiting us soon anyway. Well, when this all lifts, he promised to come to our house and drink beers with us. So yeah. So yeah, that's my answer to that. Sorry, it wasn't a bit more interesting. Rupert R asks, flat ground, vert or street? Also, how did you start your tech channel or get started? This is kind of a recurring question that we got with all of these. Flat ground or vert? Look, flat ground and vert, two really different things. Street also kind of a different, I don't know. Flat ground's fun for like mucking around with your friends. Vert, I can skate transition pretty well, but not vert because yeah, I'm not Tony Hawk or any of those other pro vert skaters out there. And street skating, yeah, I mean, street skating is kind of what I grew up doing, but as I got older, I started to skate more transition, and that's basically like what happened, right? That's just skateboarding in general. You get old and your body starts to hurt a bit, and then you start skating more transition because you also get fat like me too. Oh my God, Claire!
What?
The AIO is installed wrong! Oh, the pipes are up! Guys, relax. It's if you guys have a problem with AIO installing with the pipes up the top, I'm just going to say this now. Maybe you should actually watch what Steve said in that video. Steve actually came over to our comment section and started roasting people for being idiots. So yeah. Yeah, so just chill out, guys. The Epic Racoon asks ketchup or mustard. What do you reckon, Claire? Ketchup or mustard?
Ketchup.
Ketchup. You reckon?
Yeah.
Why not both? I like both, especially on like a, whatchamacallit. Deanni Suhana asks, how are you as a teenager before you got into tech stuff? I got into tech stuff before I was a teenager. I'm 35, so, well, I will be shortly. So I've been into tech forever. I'm actually older than Linus. So yeah, I've been into tech for a very, very long time. Before I was a teenager, I've always kind of just been into tech and doing this kind of stuff. Relle, I'm gonna say Relle or Relle, I'm sorry if it's wrong. I guess I'm just terrible at pronouncing things. What are 3 things you can't live without? What are 3 things I can't live without? That's a good question. I'm going to say music. I couldn't live without music, because I love music. I listen to music, I make music, we make all the music here. What else? What can I live without? I like food, I really like food, and coffee. So 3 things. I mean, I couldn't live without skateboarding too, because that's kind of like an important reason as to why I am like I am, because of skateboarding.
Is there anything else you're forgetting?
I can live without you though. Leon Lee, Strimmer Plus cables. The question got asked about 89,000 times on the original build video. I answered it in the build video too, but again, people don't like to watch the whole video. All right, let's continue to unplug all of these things. As Joey P asks, best Australian beer. Now this is a very, very controversial topic. I don't have a great answer for this. What do you reckon it is, Claire? Best Australian beer? Because I know if I ask Stuffy,
I was going to say the same.
he will say, what's that beer that he always drinks?
Newtowner.
The Newtowner. Is that what it is? Is that what it's actually called? Yeah. He likes that. I suspect that would be impossible to get outside of Sydney. You probably wouldn't even be able to get that out of Sydney, let alone outside of Australia. But best Australian beer, I don't know. I don't really like Australian beers, to be honest. My unsophisticated palate really likes, what do I usually drink? That's the Japanese one that I like, Claire. Asahi, I like Asahi Dry. That's pretty good. I don't know, there's a bunch that I like, but Australian, I don't know. That's a good question. I'd probably have to get back to you on that. But I'm gonna say the last Australian beer I had was the Newtowner, because we had it with dinner the other night. But the truth is, I don't really drink that much. I don't have time to get belligerent like that.
What about James Squire?
James Squire's okay. I like, what is it? Carlton Dry.
Oh, God.
Carlton Dry. I don't know, there's just something about it. It's just smooth. You can drink like 50 of them and just be completely blind, but not have a hangover the next day. Like,
I don't think that's the point of drinking beer, though.
I'm Australian. That's how you drink beer. Like, you don't drink beer to not get blind. You drink it to get belligerent and blind. There's only one reason to do it, and that's it, Claire. Come on.
Sorry.
You should know better. You can drink all of us under the table. You should know better than that.
I'm a lady.
You're not a lady. Yeah, you are, actually, because that'd be awkward if you weren't. With the shot change and the angle change, you're going to answer another question. Dave asks, with the sweet 300K on the horizon, what's next for Gear Seekers apart from continuing the amazing content, of course? What's next for us? I don't know. Just keep going. There's no plan. We're just going. We're just doing it. We're just rolling on. We're getting to that 100K pretty quickly now. We're like 4,000 away or something now, which is actually really crazy when you think about it. Hey, there goes a fan. But yeah, that's basically it. I think we just want to keep going on and on and on. Kim asks, here's one for you, Claire. We talked about this the other day over dinner. Yep. Right? Over dinner, mind you. Fold or scrunch?
Oh.
What was the consensus? You guys all fold, right? I thought about this the other day, right? I don't pay attention. I actually don't know. Like, I just don't pay attention. Okay, look, this sounds really, I shouldn't talk about this. It's pretty ridiculous, but when I'm sitting on the toilet, right? No, honestly, when I'm sitting on the toilet, I'm planning stuff. So I don't really that just doesn't cross my mind. Maybe I'm weird, but it just legitimately, the technique, it just doesn't cross my mind. Okay. Thanks for that, Kim. I think you asked another question. I'm just going to answer basically everything. Simulation Media asks, I know it's tech, but when did you build your first PC and what were the specs? That's a good question. I have no idea. It would have been a 386 or a 486 in the mid-90s. It's a long time ago. I got into PCs a long time ago, and my dad and mum were stupid enough to let me build my own PCs for some reason. And actually the reality is I would just break them, and then they're like, well, you have to figure out how to fix it. And I'm like, all right, well, we'll figure it out. And then, yeah, that's how I got into it. I was just an idiot who would just break everything as a kid. We didn't have Google back then, so you had to figure it out. Kim again, is there some more videos in the pipeline for the Main Bite channel? 100% yes. As you guys have probably seen, we've been absolutely grinding and like working hard to get to this 100K. We're gonna chill out a bit once we get there. Obviously, like it's gonna be normal Gear Seekers programming, but it's just been really insane, and there's just been a lot of projects and stuff on, so we had to kind of put it to the side. We do have like a couple videos ready to be edited. We just haven't got that far yet because there's always some stuff to do. Kim asks again, another question, what's some of your most favorite smart home devices? We've got this little thing called an AmbiClimate, which we did a video about, and you can check that out in one of the corners. Maybe I'll put it up there, maybe I'll probably forget like I always do, but it allows you to control any aircon with like, you can schedule like in all of the smart home stuff, like the temperature, you can go by ambient temperature outside, all the things that you can do that an aircon can do without being a smart device. You basically turn any aircon into a smart home device, which is very nice. I quite like it. I think it's pretty handy. We do use it a lot actually. NBALM Bagels livestream asks, what has been your greatest inspiration to stay motivated? That's a really good question. I don't really have any inspirations. It's really weird, but my brain doesn't work like that. I'm kind of just like focused. I'm just like that naturally. If I have something that I want to do, I'm just going to do it. Nothing really keeps me going other than the fact that I know that I'm doing it. Yeah, I don't know. I'm really weird. Maybe there's something wrong with me. I don't know. I'm kind of like that friend in the group that always motivates people to want to like better their lives and do stuff anyway. So I think I do more motivating of other people, right, Claire? Like that's like my thing, is I just motivate all my friends to do stuff. Like one of my best friends, I told him to move next door and he did. Literally, he bought the place next door. So yeah, I see him all the time now. It's really emotional. Okay, next question, Steven Santos. Hey Gear Seekers, it's Steven. Good one, Steven.
I like it.
Actually, here's something. You guys are the Gear Seekers, not us. That's why I say, hey Gear Seekers, I'm Nick. Hey Gear Seekers, it's Steven, but I like it. I'll allow it. That's very nice. Next question, JC, what's the best trick you ever landed and dumbest thing you ever did on a skateboard? The best trick I ever landed, I don't know. I've landed a lot of tricks. I have favorite tricks on certain types of obstacles. On really small quarter pipes, I like kickflip back Smiths. On ledges, I like backside nose grinds. On flat bars, I used to like frontside nose grinds and backside lip slides. The dumbest thing I ever did on a skateboard was in 2017. Our friend Fab, he was here. He's like a really good skateboarder from Switzerland. He's got a YouTube channel as well where he does skateboarding stuff. He was staying with us. We went to skate the skate park called the Slam Factory, and warming up, I did a backsmith on a mini ramp, and I sat on my ankle and sprained it in the first 2 minutes of the session, and then my ankle's been messed up since. Steamin asks, what's your favorite PC brand logo? I don't like any of them, to be honest. I don't know, Claire's a graphic designer. She sees things, she's like, So yeah, I don't really like any of them. I don't know. Maybe that's me kind of making it hard for myself, but I don't really look at them. I just recognize them. I don't really think about it, to be honest. I'm not like, okay, this sounds weird, but I know lots of stuff about all of this stuff, but I'm not like nerdy fanboy guy because I just don't care. Like if it's a tool for a job at the end of the day, then the job was usually playing games. So, you know, I don't really look at it like that. Alecastro asks, what's your favorite build so far that you've done? Of course. Probably this is one of my favorites. My favorite build is always my editing PC at the time, because that's what makes these videos happen. Without that editing PC and me having the tool to like make it, it's pretty hard. But my favorite, I don't know, I kind of liked Claire's PC, the little H210i. That thing, like, we just filmed that in one afternoon thinking it was just going to be like this one video that no one's going to watch. Turns out it's the most viewed video on the channel, which is, well, it's not the most, it's the most viewed build on the channel. This is the second most viewed. Grant Day asks, how do you find being a tech YouTuber in Australia differs from the more common North America effects? You guys can read it on the screen right now. I don't know, like I can't answer that question because I'm not from North America, so it literally, like, it doesn't affect us. As for that as well, I'm gonna say that from a business standpoint, there is less of us here in Australia doing it, so it's easier for us to do it. America's way too saturated with all of that stuff, with basically every type of YouTube channel. So it's impossible to break through in America. Here, a little bit easier. Also, making good content kind of helps too, but the product availability stuff and doesn't make a difference. Being in Australia makes no difference at all. Everything basically gets sent from the headquarters of all the companies anyway, so it doesn't matter where you're in the world, they're just going to ship it to you. So it doesn't affect us at all. America doesn't have as many like headquarters for these brands as you think. Most of them have like 1 or 2 people that just work from home, and it's always been like that. It's not even because of the pandemic. They've always just worked from home, and the HQs are usually either in China or in Taiwan. Sorry about that brief interruption. I got a phone call from DHL in Taiwan, and it was in Mandarin, and I don't speak Mandarin, so it was really, I can't understand what they're saying. They basically said hello. That's the only bit that I picked up, but yeah, it was hello and DHL. There must be a shipment of some interesting stuff coming, but I'm not saying anything because I know nothing. Reflexin Music asks, how tall are you? I'm this tall. I don't know. How tall am I, Claire? I don't know. We can get a measuring tape out.
You're about that.
I don't know. My lips are really dry because I've been wearing a mask every time I go outside, and like the condensation build up like in the mask makes my lips so dry. It's crazy, but yeah, it's fine. Wear a mask. Don't complain about it like me. I'm an idiot. What's next? What's your top 3 favorite skateboard brands from Lil Torro? I don't know. I like Brixton. They make dope t-shirts. They make some of the most comfortable t-shirts. They're a skateboarding brand, an apparel brand. I like Deluxe Wood, so like Real, Crooked, and all those brands. I like those. They have the best shape and the best feeling boards. I don't know. Third one, I don't know. I like Thunder Trucks, I guess, and Spitfire wheels and Bones wheels and stuff. I don't know. I don't really think about it like that. I'm kind of not really picky with my skateboarding gear. I don't know, I can just pick up skateboards and use them. I'm kind of like not really fussy with anything, which is why I don't make videos complaining about stuff on YouTube, because I'll just leave that to people who love to complain. I just do me, right? Life's too short to be miserable. Chris asked what motivated you to start YouTube. We already did YouTube before Gear Seekers. We just had a different type of channel, which is now been burnt to the ground. We don't do that anymore. But what motivated me? I don't know. I've kind of always been into filmmaking. I studied it a bit, as well as IT. And when I was building PCs for my friends, and I had really nice camera gear, and I was building PCs for myself, I just thought to myself, I should make videos about this, because like I see other tech channels around, but no one's really doing it like this. And this was at the time when no one really was doing it like this. And yeah, and I have a lot of knowledge to impart on the community, because I worked in IT for God knows how many years doing really complicated things in the data center. And I like to act like an idiot and pretend like I'm stupid. But when it comes to stuff, even with the storage videos, you see me like start to nerd out a little bit. I try not to talk too nerdy to you guys and too in detail, and because I don't want to make you feel stupid, right? I'd rather look like I'm being stupid, but I don't want to alienate people who are just getting into tech, because I feel like some of the channels that do really deep dives into things, it makes people feel really uncomfortable about wanting to learn about tech, and that's kind of the opposite of what I want to do. So all of the niche content that people do is all well and good, but if you're a generalized like PC tech channel like us, and this is my best bit of advice I can give to people starting out to do this. Chill out. Stop making like the super in-depth things, because some people, it'll just drive them to fall asleep. Me personally, I can't watch that stuff either. I understand all of it. I don't think it's very interesting to talk about, and people will make stuff purely just to get views as well, and I don't like that. I only make videos about stuff I'm interested in. Otherwise, I'm not gonna bother. I don't think like the whole point of YouTube is to like be expressive with how you do things, and I feel like that's a really big part of it, you know, just chill. Budget non-budget asked 2 questions. Right, this teardown's going completely terribly, by the way, at this point in time. It's going to be like a 4-hour video. Let's pull this AIO out that I installed the wrong way because the internet told me I did it the wrong way, because I have no idea what I'm doing. Yeah, let's pull this out and then we'll answer the next question. Out comes this upside down, wrongly installed all-in-one liquid cooler. You guys need to chill the fuck out. Budget non-budget asks, what got you guys into tech/PCs and whenever? You can read it on the screen right now. Hope y'all are staying safe. Much love from Alaska. Much love to you from Australia. What got me into tech? Like I said, I don't know, I was just into it as a kid, I guess. I had Amigas and Commodores and those kind of computers growing up as a kid, and 486s and 386s and that kind of stuff. And I was always like the kid at school who was teaching other kids how to use computers. So I don't know, it's such a long time ago that I've just always been into it, and I don't really think about it, to be honest. I think I already answered this, I'm sorry. But you did ask another question. Also, how have you guys spent quarantine besides YouTube? We never leave the house, basically, except to go skateboarding. Claire skateboards as well. How have we spent it? Making YouTube videos. That's basically it. That's what we do. It's not as bad in Australia as it is in the rest of the world, knock on wood. Melbourne had a big flare-up a few weeks ago. It's equalising now. But it's not as bad as the rest of the world, but it's still like bad. So wear a mask everywhere. I wear masks every time I leave the house, basically. So yeah, mask up, peeps. Victor Ochoa, I don't know, sorry mate, I pronounced it wrong. How's your day? How's my day? How's my day? How is my day? That's an existential question. How is my day? My day is wonderful, thank you. I'm getting to make a video for you lovely people, so it is absolutely delightful. I love doing this every single day. It's basically like the best job in the world. I get to wake up and tinker with computers all day. It's actually kind of amazing when you think about it. Branden Prateek. Branden is a YouTube member. Give him a round of applause. What made you join YouTube? What made me join YouTube? I don't know. I like making videos. Well, some of the history is, like, if you guys know this, I got asked a lot of skateboarding questions. I'm gonna put the skateboarding video that I did on the channel in the right-hand corner somewhere through this video. What made me join YouTube? Well, I started making videos and stuff of skateboarding back in the day, and I don't know, I've kind of always just loved making videos and filming stuff really nicely, and studied film and then like dropped out of that because yeah, I was working in IT and doing all that boring data center stuff. But what made me join YouTube? Well, I answer this differently every time because it's always like a different feeling that made me want to join YouTube. But I figured that I had something to share with people that, like in a way that people could understand, and it's not too technical. Like this stuff, realistically, is not that hard, and people like to gatekeep information, making it sound like it's the hardest thing on the entire planet to understand. But guys, it's not that hard. Anyone can do it if they really, really want to do it. It's basically just Lego, but with circuit boards, right? It's not that hard to understand. And there's a lot of things that you guys need to understand about tech, that a lot of the stuff you're seeing from these channels and these other channels that really deep dive into it, it just doesn't matter, right? If your computer's not catching fire, it's working. And that's my biggest thing, right? A lot of the information that you're getting it's too much information for the regular consumer. It's too much. The other bit of advice I'll say is use some common sense when building. That's basically it. And yeah, wow, I keep going on tangents. It's like I have some type of ulterior motive. All right, time to answer the last one as we put this bracket back together and put this case back together. And the question is from Raptor Zen. Aren't you dunce? I see what you did there. In lockdown stage 4. Oh right, only us in Melbourne. You lucky dunce. Okay, well I have the reason why I decided to answer this is because I've got something to say about this. And it's going to be a very controversial opinion about the whole stage 4 lockdown stuff in Melbourne. 6 weeks to help eradicate a virus. If we had to do it here in Sydney, I would also do it. I would not complain about it because it's killing people. It's just basically, it's ruined the year. There's just so many reasons as to why it needs to just go away. So if all we need to do is sacrifice 6 weeks of our life, like with extreme kind of quarantine, I would be happy to do it. I would not be complaining about it because, yeah, complaining about it is the most Australian thing that we do, is complain about things that are actually going to help us. I don't think it's a big deal, to be fair, and I think I actually, did I do this right? I did do it right, yay! I hope you guys have enjoyed this weird concept for Ask Nick, even though it's not really Ask Nick, it's just like hang out with me and ask me questions while I do a teardown. It's kind of something we used to do on Fridays. We used to do Ask Nick videos on the channel. It's been literally like the longest time. But I have missed just answering questions that are not tech related because but what you guys need to understand is almost everything we do in this whole YouTube journey and outside of YouTube now with basically what the channel's done to our lives is we only ever talk about tech. And that's literally all we're doing these days. We don't really get an opportunity to be ourselves anymore, especially with stuff like our Discord server. So we've got why isn't this going back in? Oh, that's because I'm an idiot. We've got 2 Discord servers. One is a tech help Discord server where we have it set up as help, not tech support. So we like to help the community find each other and help each other out. We've got a great team of mods and admins that moderate that server. I sometimes answer really stupid questions or questions that people don't know the answers to, but mainly the idea is for that server to help people. We also have a community server where we hang out and play games and that kind of stuff as well. Last night I was streaming in Discord, we were playing Flight Sim and we were just being idiots. It was really fun. But like that's the reason why this video exists basically, is so I don't have to always engage with you guys about tech specifically, because there's a lot more to being human and us than just building PCs and talking about technology on YouTube, because at the end of the day, we are human. And sometimes I forget that. People always forget that. They think that we're content making robots. And yeah, we're human after all. Be kind to people on the internet. This is my biggest thing, is when you're commenting on a video on YouTube or you're saying something to someone on the internet, they can't see if you're joking or your facial reaction, like what it is. So just, really be kind to each other. We're living in such a fragile world at the moment, and it costs nothing to be nice, basically, right? There's a lot of toxic people in the tech community, and don't be one of them, basically. Just don't be one of them. I'm a firm believer in trolling people back who write offensive things on our videos, and people try and call out things that I do in a video which I've done on purpose. This is all strategic, and I'll do things and film things a certain way so you see something and thinking that we've done something wrong, but we're actually doing it so you pick up on it and it's not wrong. 99% of the time it's not wrong, but yeah. Just be kinder to people on the internet. It's not that hard. We're done. Look at that. We're all done. You're probably wondering what the next thing is with this whole streaming setup. Well,
put it in the bin.
Yeah, well, this is too big. Okay, let me just change gears for a second, right? Ready? We're gonna change gears in 3, 2, 1. All right, in regards to what's gonna happen with this streaming setup next, we're gonna build a small form factor system basically to save space. We have about 50 cases in our house that we need to get rid of. We're living in a small apartment. A lot of it's in our storage area, but we're just running out of space, so we need to make everything as small as possible, and we're trying to get rid of stuff, and it's just really, really difficult. No, we're not giving it away. We're not doing giveaways and stuff like that. We give it to our family and friends and that kind of stuff, but we're not doing that. But speaking of giveaways, at 96K, maybe we'll be at 96K by the time this video comes out. Probably not. We're giving away some Oris gift packs from Oris Australia, Oris ANZ, and yeah, we'll be sharing that on YouTube communities. The second that we hit 96K, we've got 4 prize packs to give away. Not 4 like things to give away, like 4 entire packs to give away. We're gonna do it at 96, 97, 98, 99. Does that make 4? Probably. But yeah, all the way up to 100K, and we'll be giving them away. And that's basically all I've got to say. And we're doing a big gaming PC. It's a small gaming PC. It's a small form factor gaming PC in the NR200p white that we're doing as a giveaway, but we're not announcing that yet, guys. Just relax on the comments and stuff like that. We're not doing that yet. We're gonna be announcing that after we hit 100,000 subscribers, not before, not any time before, after, and when we feel ready that we wanna do that after 100,000 subscribers. So don't ask it on the day, because we have a very special build video we've got planned for 100K. That's something I've been working on since January 2018, since we started the channel, and it's a really cool case mod that I've been putting off, and I've been planting seeds for it over the last few years. But people who know exactly what I'm talking about. People who don't know, you can be pretty surprised, but it's a case mod that I've been planning on finishing. I started it, I intermittently work on it, and it's gonna be really, really cool. But yeah, that's it from us. If you liked the video, I didn't put any music in this video, so once again, thank you so very much for watching. I'm your boy Nick with Gear Seekers. You peak, we seek, and thank you so much, guys, for being awesome. Thank you for asking questions, and if you hated the video, hit the dislike button twice. That's been catching people out lately. They hit it twice, and it makes the whole internet divide by 0 and implode on itself. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'm out of here. This video probably went for too long. 36 questions we answered.
That's a lot.
35. 35, let's say 35. Should we do a cat clip now? Just to make it longer?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, let's add a cat clip. What's this, big cat? What is it? It's a wonderful time to be a big cat, isn't it, big cat? It's a wonderful time to be a sleepy boy. Isn't it, big cat? Big cat, what are you doing? He's being a sleepy boy. Sleepy boy. Let's look at his teethy pegs. He's got big teeth. Look at his big teeth. Why are you sleeping like that? Yeah. You want pats? You want your big cat pats? He likes the belly scrubs and belly rubs. He's like not paying attention to me right now. Why don't you love me? Big cat. Look at this stupid foot. Look at it. Big cat. Hello, I'm a big cat foot.